Hey guys, let's go to problem 19. I need to simplify the expressions 2 times 3x plus 4 plus 6 times 2 minus x into a single integer. All right, so let's just try to write it down. So what happened? 2 times 3x plus 4, and I'm actually adding it with 6 times 2 minus x as a single integer. Right, so remember some distributive property again. All right, so let's just try to bring distributive property once more. Distributive property. Okay, so we get a circle, smiley face, and we multiply with Mr. Triangle. And we also added with Mr. Square. And if you multiply Mr. Triangle, Mr. Circle with triangle plus square, all you can see that this gets attached to all of these triangle and square that you see inside the parentheses. So that shall be Mr. Circle times Mr. Triangle. Oopsie, there we go. Plus Mr. Circle times Mr. Square. Hooray, yay. Right, so from the left side to right side, you can check that these are known as the distributive property, and some people call it as expansion. But from the right side to the left side, some people call it as factorization, okay? So, but again, we still use the same thing called distributive property. Okay, so using distributive property, let's just go into the questions right here. So you can check that 2 will be multiplied to 3x, and 2 will be multiplied to 4. So we get 2 times 3x, and we multiply 2 by 4. And at the same time, we multiply 6 by 2, and I have something like 6 times negative x. Okay, so the last thing is kind of tricky, okay? But first, let's just try to use the associative property, 2 times 3. What is 2 times 3? So we got 2 times 3 out there, okay? And that becomes x. And what do you notice? That becomes 8. All right, well, what do you know about that becomes 12? What do you know about 6 times negative x? Oh, that's a little bit tricky. What do you know about negative x? It means that we're multiplying negative 1 by x. So it would probably be 6 times negative 1 times x. And 6 times negative 1, if you multiply it out nicely, it becomes negative 6. So we got 6 times x plus 20, because if you group these two terms, that's 20, plus negative 6 times x. All right, so 20 is kind of blocking 6x and negative 6x, right? So we can actually write it down, the equality sign everywhere, right there. And 6 times x plus 20 minus negative 6 times, 6 times x, it'll be 6x minus 6x plus 20 using the commutative property, or some people call it as an abelian property. So let me write it, abelian property. Abelian property, okay? Okay, so thanks to abelian property, we got 6 pieces of x. That's subtracted out by 6 pieces of x. I got no piece of x. So let's just try to write it like no piece of x plus 20. So if I have no piece of x, well, this will be just 20, and that shall be it.